Say your thing. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies conversational podcast about life and recovery and so much more.
A little bit more.
Speaking of so much more,
Carry on.
as we discussed last week, it had been a very long time since you had done the joy of smoking me some meat.
Smoking you some meat. We had ribs. Thank you
And I
for
went away.
the rib givers. Thank you very much. Somebody gifted me ribs.
I went
They were
away.
beautiful. And you came back to smoke ribs.
I came back to my house smelling like smoking.
That's a good husband. The husband did not clean. The husband did not cook once. The husband was very lackadaisical about a lot of things.
Oh, but
I took care of
took your boys
the
out
boys.
for sushi.
We did all the things. So
I
feel in that realm we were okay.
Took your boys for ice cream.
But we were not, more than once. We were not productive at any level around the house, for the house, to the house. We didn't do anything.
Oh, well, we smoked some ribs.
We saved it all for you. To do the cooking, the laundry, the cleaning, the repairs.
Yeah, because that's what I do.
The car maintenance.
Spend all my days cooking and cleaning.
When you think like that, it's a lot of work to be a grown-up. Like all the things and the car repairs and the maintenance and the dog appointments. And it's like, oh.
What else would you be doing?
I remember when I first got sober, 15, it's almost coming up to 16
the long
years.
Weekend is 16 years.
The first thing I noticed was that everybody took all my stuff, and that's time and money. And I'm like, I didn't realize how demanding it was.
Yeah.
You people, this house, all of the things, all of the gifts of life. And I'm like, what a burden.
Do you know what feels sad?
Responsibility, I guess. What feels sad?
Shifting. I heard you.
No, what feels sad?
When I miss a really good gift-giving opportunity.
Oh, did you have a gift for me?
I bought you what I thought was a really nice present. I gave it to you when I got home.
Oh, I have it.
But your 16 years is like next weekend, and I could have saved it.
No, you have another opportunity.
I know.
We're horrible at we like gifts, but we're horrible at giving them appropriately because we buy it and then we just give it.
Just like, here, look what I got you. I'm so excited.
And then if we do save it, we lose it.
So now you lose it. I have to think of another gift.
You don't have to give me a gift.
16 years.
The gift of breathing air is beside you is gift enough. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, guys, that's how it's done. All right, let's get into.
I feel like there's something we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the book. I distracted you with my love language. All right, here we go. Morning meditation. Therese, good morning. Oh, confirming how sweet I am, or something.
He knows.
I appreciate the encouragement. Would you say? Yeah.
I like the gift of service.
I know.
I like to receive the gift of service.
Here we go. Like I have the book open, so I shouldn't say anything.
I love it when you do things
but
for me.
When we talk about, like we talk about life and recovery in a little bit more. So what I've come to realize, and through
Please don't talk about sex.
No, I was just going to say sex starts in the morning.
Please don't talk
Gentlemen,
about sex. Please don't talk about sex.
Sex starts in the morning of gift giving and doing chores and not doing it to be noticed.
Not doing it to be noticed. Not doing it to get laid.
Whoa!
But that might happen.
We're going to transition.
Nothing is sexier than a man who's washing the dishes
and talking about cooking and doing all the things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Read the book.
All right. We connect with your heart.
I'm sorry.
All right, man. Connect with your heart.
Sorry to my single friends.
Oh, listen. All right. July 19th. As members of a 12-step group, we attend meetings, keep in touch with others, read, meditate, and pray. All the activities of the spiritual life. It is wonderful to realize that this participation also makes us part of a worldwide network of groups, all working for the same purpose. That is to build better lives for ourselves and those around us. Imagine the immense power for good that is generated by such a fellowship as ours. I would add to that
Mhm.
the fellow to be a fit spiritual condition and to help others, be a service to God and others. All 12-step members on every continent, such as faraway places as Australia and Japan and Finland and Uruguay, and the South Seas Islands are all my brothers and sisters. What I do is helping them. What they do helps me. Nationality, race, color, religion, wealth, poverty, all these things do not matter to us as members of this great loving fellowship. Today's reminder, as I talk with my hometown friends in my fellowship, I realize that we are all a part of something much bigger than our single group. I will remember and send loving thoughts to those in thousands of groups around the world. This exchange will enrich us all. Quote of the day: this is truly a movement of the Spirit. And I firmly believe that the unity of the world in understanding and peace could come from these efforts. Whew. This is so true.
I remember thinking that when we first went to an open AA meeting together, early.
Early.
I remember thinking, if everybody lived like this, the world would be a better place.
A way better place.
If everybody lived what these people are talking about.
Because we talk about spiritual principles. Yeah, like in the book. So what I've come to realize is that in COVID, I met people that were blowing my mind, that make what I've ever done in my whole entire life look insignificant. Like, these people are sponsoring hundreds of people. And I'm like, COVID brought, and I'm like, they have the same spirit of God.
Yeah.
They have the same language, like different dialects, but same. And I'm like, I was going to all their meetings. I was going to the Bronx. I was going to San Diego, Colorado. Like, and I'm like, these members of a fellowship, because the fellowship, we have a common peril, a common problem. Really, if you want to unpack it, is that we suffer from the fear that separates us from God, if you wanted to put it as a generalization. And now we have a process of action to bring us into the loving arms of God in an experiential way that changes everything inside of us. And our only option with that is to love the world around us. And so I found these people, and I was like, it was a breath of fresh air. And they're in Australia, and I found them in England and Pakistan, and we all speak the same language. And that is the language of God's love, because it's his spirit, and his spirit is around the world. It's incredible. And you found the same people too. And we still meet with them, and we still have friendships and fellowships with them. Like, we meet with people 2 times a week.
Well, and I would say the same thing. I feel like the same thing happens in our community when people come. We meet people, or they'll come to our church or to an event that we do. And I feel like the same thing happens if like there's that like fellowship of the Spirit.
And the Spirit of God is real, and you can feel him. I don't know if you can put gender on, but like the most magical is when the most impactful, not magical, the most impactful is Ashes to Ruby shows. And so people that have no spiritual contact, never been to church, they'll come in and leave going like,
what just happened?
What the heck was that all about? Like, that was powerful. That was amazing. Like, why was I crying? And it's like the Spirit of God is bringing you into, like, it's a relationship that you've never had or experienced, unless it's been with drugs and alcohol, or with other people. But that's the real power of God's love. You can sense it and feel it and breathe it, and that's what we get to experience. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. So join us for LifeLab
tomorrow at noon.
And we have LifeLab online. Maybe you've done that already. Be a participant. Be a guide. And then we will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. online on the Zoom, and we do a recovery talk. Our friend Jordan 5 is sharing about the mental obsession, part 2 of the step 1. All right, we will see you A little bit later on, feel free to drop by the Booch Pit. I might be there. Vicky might be there pouring you a coffee.
10 to 3.
10 to 3. All right. See you later. Keep the peace. Be of good behavior.